All right, imagine this, right? You walk into your brand new vacation rental, nestled in the Smoky Mountains, and you immediately get that wow feeling.
Yeah.
Like everything from the layout to, I don't know, even the throw pillows, it just creates this perfect, luxurious, and inviting atmosphere.
That's the little things,
It
right?
really is. And, that kind of experience doesn't happen by chance, does it?
Not at all. I mean, more often than not, it's the result of some really clever planning right from the very beginning. And that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating.
Yeah, today we're going to be exploring the real benefits of working with an interior design firm, specifically one that collaborates really closely with builders.
Yes.
And we're going to be focusing on Elkmont Interiors. They're a great example of this kind of approach.
Absolutely. Their website is our main source today. It's packed with insights into their philosophy and their services.
So what we really want to uncover today is just what are the advantages of having an interior designer who's deeply involved with the builders right from the get-go? Because, as you said, that effortless perfection, that cohesive final result, it's usually a sign of a truly integrated process.
Couldn't agree more.
So let's jump right in. First off, what strikes you about Elkmont Interiors and their approach?
Well, one thing that jumps out immediately is their specialization. They're all about high-end interiors for luxury vacation rentals, and they're laser focused on the Smoky Mountains.
Right.
Which makes sense, given their strong ties to Elkmont Building, Inc. But they're not limited to just working with them. They emphasize partnerships with other reputable local builders as well. And this is where it gets really interesting. They're not just talking about interior design in isolation.
Yeah.
Their whole mantra is from foundation to furnishings. They're involved from the ground up.
Oh, that's so key, isn't it?
It is. Because it means that the design isn't an afterthought. It's woven into the very fabric of the building process. And they're really big on detailed finish schedules.
Oh, I bet that's essential.
Yeah.
For our listeners who might not be familiar, can you explain what these finish schedules are and why they're so crucial, especially when it comes to things like, I don't know, avoiding those costly surprises down the line?
Sure, absolutely. Finish schedules, they're like a super detailed roadmap. They outline every single material and fixture that's going to be used in the project.
Wow, okay.
From flooring and paint colors to countertops and even doorknobs. And the beauty of creating these schedules early on is that, well, everyone's on the same page. The designer, the builder, the procurement team, everyone.
Oh, I see. So it's about...
It's about alignment, preventing miscommunication, and those dreaded change orders that can just blow your budget.
Right. So no one's showing up on site with the wrong type of tile or realizing halfway through that the plumbing fixtures don't quite fit the design aesthetic.
Exactly. And, that's why this early collaboration is so valuable. It streamlines everything, and frankly, it saves you a lot of stress in the long run.
It's about being proactive, right? Thinking ahead.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about their focus on the Smoky Mountains and their early involvement in the building process. But they also position themselves as a leading interior design firm in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and the wider region. And when you delve into their services, well, they offer quite a comprehensive package, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. They've got it all covered. Planning, design, building, and furnish. It's a truly holistic approach.
It is. Let's break those down a little bit, shall we? What exactly falls under each of these categories?
Sure. So planning is where they lay the groundwork. They're creating those functional space plans, thinking about how people will move through the space,
Okay.
how they'll use the rooms. They're even considering things like furniture placement, lighting, and even, as I mentioned, the placement of electrical outlets. All those tiny details that make a huge difference in the guest experience.
It's about maximizing both functionality and comfort, isn't it?
Absolutely. And then you've got design, which is where the real magic happens. This is where they're bringing in the aesthetics, choosing colors, textures, materials, and styles that create that cohesive and, luxurious ambiance.
Right. It's about transforming a house into a home.
Exactly. And that's where the building phase comes in. And this is where that close partnership with builders becomes really crucial.
Yeah, because it's not just about handing over a design and saying, okay, go build this, is it?
No, not at all. They're actively involved throughout the construction process, working closely with the builders to ensure that the design vision is being executed properly. So if there are any unique architectural features, custom built-ins, anything like that, it's all coordinated from the start.
Okay, so it's about preventing those awkward, we can't actually do that because moments, isn't it?
Precisely.
And then finally, you've got furnish.
Yes. Furnishing, The finishing touches, the furniture, the fixtures, the accessories. It's all about finding pieces that not only complement the overall design, but are also, durable and practical.
You need to withstand the wear and tear of a vacation rental, right?
Exactly. And I think what's really appealing about their approach is that they're handling everything.
It's a complete package.
It is a complete package from concept to completion. So you, the homeowner, you're not having to juggle multiple contractors and suppliers.
It takes a lot of stress off your shoulders.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing that really struck me on their website was their emphasis on collaboration and communication. They specifically state that your vision is our priority, and they highlight their open communication and collaborative spirit. Why do you think those aspects are so crucial in a design partnership, especially when you're talking about something as personal as your vacation rental property?
Well, I think at the heart of it, it's about trust and feeling understood. You're entrusting these designers with your vision, your investment, and you want to feel confident that they're truly listening to you and that they're incorporating your ideas and preferences into the design. Open communication is key to building that trust. It ensures that everyone's on the same page and that there are no surprises along the way.
No one likes unpleasant surprises, especially when renovations are involved. Now, their website also mentions their focus on transforming houses into homes, and specifically catering to the unique demands of the luxury vacation rental market. How do you interpret that statement, especially in the context of Elkmont Interiors' overall approach?
Well, I think it speaks to their understanding that a vacation rental is more than just a place to sleep. It's an experience.
Yeah.
And they're not just designing for aesthetics, they're thinking about functionality. They're considering the needs of the guests.
Right.
What will make their stay enjoyable? What will make them want to come back? It's about creating a space that feels both luxurious and welcoming, a true home away from home.
It's about going the extra mile, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And I think that attention to detail, that focus on the guest experience, is what sets them apart.
Speaking of examples, they showcase a few projects on our website.
Yeah.
Mills Park Unit 3, Treehouse, Redtail, and Reedmont. Although the descriptions are pretty brief, what can we glean from these featured projects? I mean, even from those short snippets, what do they tell us about Elkmont Interiors' capabilities and their approach to design?
Even though the descriptions are short and sweet, I think they're still very telling.
In what way?
Well, first off, they demonstrate the breadth of their experience. You've got everything from that elegant Gatlinburg overnight rental to a cozy couples retreat tucked away in the trees. And then you've got the high-end interiors tailored specifically for that luxury vacation rental market, and a modern family rental with, all the bells and whistles, game room, pool, stunning views.
Right.
So it shows they're versatile, they can handle different styles, different property types, and they understand that each project has its own unique set of needs.
And they're clearly catering to those needs. And I also noticed that each project listing includes contact information, which I assume means they're encouraging potential clients to reach out and learn more.
Oh, absolutely. It's like an open invitation to explore their portfolio, to see the tangible results of their design philosophy and that collaborative approach.
It's about transparency and showing, not just telling.
Exactly. And that builds trust, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Now, one final element I want to touch on is their emphasis on creating spaces with perfect balance, unity, and details. They even delve into design principles like rhythm, emphasis, and proportion. I think for someone who's not a designer, these terms can sound a bit abstract. So can you unpack those concepts for us? What do they really mean in practice?
Okay, let's break it down. So when they talk about balance, they're talking about visual harmony. Everything in the space should feel balanced and pleasing to the eye. It's about ensuring that no single element overpowers the others.
Oh, I see. So it's about creating a sense of equilibrium.
Exactly. Now, unity is all about ensuring that every element within the space works together cohesively.
Okay.
The colors, the textures, the furniture styles, everything should complement each other and contribute to that overall design story.
It's about creating a unified and harmonious aesthetic.
Precisely. And then there are the details, those small but oh so important touches that can really elevate a space. It could be the choice of hardware on cabinets, the texture of throw pillows, or even the way artwork is arranged.
It's about paying attention to the finer points. And what about those other terms? Rhythm, emphasis, and proportion.
Hmm?
How do they factor into creating those visually appealing and functional spaces?
Well, rhythm is about creating a sense of visual flow and movement throughout the space. It could be achieved through the repetition of certain elements, like a specific color or pattern.
Oh, interesting.
Emphasis is all about creating a focal point, something that draws the eye and anchors the space. It could be a fireplace, a stunning piece of artwork, or even a view. And proportion is about the relationship between the sizes and scales of different objects in the room, making sure everything feels balanced and in harmony.
It's about making sure that no one element feels out of place or overwhelming. Now, as we wrap up this deep dive, let's bring it back to our listener who's considering venturing into the world of luxury vacation rentals. What would you say is the key takeaway, the most significant benefit they can gain from working with an interior design firm like Elkmont Interiors, a firm that emphasizes this early and deep collaboration with builders?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is this. When you're creating a luxury vacation rental, it's not just about the building itself, it's about the experience you're creating for your guests.
Right.
And when you work with a design firm like Elkmont Interiors, a firm that prioritizes collaboration and that integrated approach, well, you're ensuring that every aspect of the project, from the foundation to the furnishings, is aligned with that vision.
It's about creating a cohesive and truly exceptional experience.
Exactly. And ultimately, that's what sets your property apart. It's what attracts guests, encourages repeat bookings, and makes your investment worthwhile.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So, as a final thought for our listeners, as you're planning your dream vacation rental, I want you to think about this. Imagine you're standing in that finished space, and you're surrounded by that feeling of effortless perfection.
Mm-hmm.
That sense of luxury and welcome that we talked about at the beginning. Now ask yourself, what role did that early collaboration with the interior designer play in bringing this vision to life? How did that partnership shape the overall success of my property?
It's a question worth pondering.
It really is.
And that concludes our deep dive. We hope you found this exploration of Elkmont Interior's collaborative approach both insightful and inspiring.
Until next time.
Until next time.